Making a trip out to Yoncalla High School to get a chance to check in with the Eagles and see what's coming up for their football season this year. Joining me is head coach Matt Bragg. Coach, the season about to get started for you guys. You've got a couple of years under your belt at the 1A level, and it looks like last year was fairly successful. Guys go out in the first round of the playoffs, but had a fairly successful year. What do you guys bring back from last year's squad that maybe you can build off the experience you had last year and be able to put it to use this year?
And we've got a lot of experience back this year. I think 7 of our starters are either juniors or seniors. It's nice to have some experience. We lost 3 key, real key players, all league guys, 1 third-team All-State guy, and he's a big shoes to fill, but we think we can do it. A lot of experience coming back.
Yeah, you did mention that you lose a guy that set some school records, got some attention at the All-State level, which is awesome to have, but having to fill those shoes is always a difficult thing. Who are some of the guys that you see stepping up this year to fill in? It sounds like the offensive side is where you had a lot of production last year. Who are some of the guys that you see stepping up on that side of the ball for you this year?
Well, Will Shaw, he's going to move from quarterback to running back this year to fill in for Jeff Payne, and I think he's got just as much talent as Jeff had. He's always been our quarterback, and it's kind of a bit of a change for him, not being kind of in charge of the offense, but he's picking up on it real well. Joe Keller stepping into his spot. Joe filled in for us 3 games at quarterback last year when Will got hurt, and so it kind of worked out really well that he had some experience there, and I think we'll be just as strong offensively.
I was going to say, you got a guy that you feel confident moving to running back, but that leaves your quarterback spot open, and maybe that could leave some weaknesses there if you've got to have a new guy there, but it sounds like you're doing all right there. Describe to me a little bit about what your kind of offensive philosophy is out there with the Eagles. How do you guys try to find your way to the end zone?
Well, we try to use a power game. We switched over to the run game last year. The first year, the 8-man, we wanted to spread it out and pass all over the place, and it didn't work very well for us. We were a young team at that point, but as we got experience, I started figuring out the 8-man game. It's still football. You still run the ball, and that's how you win. And but at the same time, we try to go no huddle. Try to get up and down the field as fast as we can. We like to put points up on the board, and in 8-man, you have to put points up on the board if you're going to be successful. So that's our philosophy.
As for for how things are working out this year, looking like a little bit of shift in the conference alignments and things like that, what are your kind of expectations for how things might work out for you in a league setting this year?
Well, we should be good. Lowell just went to the state championship. Lost the game, but I still picked them as the class of the league. We're all chasing them. We should be fighting for that, that spot right behind them. North Douglas is coming into the league this year. They're going to be tough. I know Jay Massey runs a good program over there. And there's just a lot of talented teams. I think last year our league, I thought, was probably the best in the state. We finished as a 3rd-place team, and we were ranked 9th in state. We were 3rd in our league, and we're still 9th. So we had a lot of tough teams. And we had close games even against a couple of teams we beat that were below us. So I think it's going to be tough. If we can stay healthy this year, we should be okay.
You kind of talk about North Douglas joining things, and I got a chance to go talk with them, and they're making the move to 8-man. You guys did that a few years ago. You've got guys probably on this team that were maybe around when you guys made that transition, that probably seniors this year for you. How does it feel that this team and this program is doing now year 3, that you've had a couple of years under your belt at the 8-man level? How does it feel like the program is making that transition, and does it feel like it, now looking back on it, was the right decision for you guys?
Oh, it was definitely the right decisions. Our enrollment's dropped steadily down over the years with the loss of the mills and logging's kind of drying up around here, and that was what fueled our community for a long time. And as our numbers dwindled, we just couldn't field a 11-man team, and so it was a big coup for us to be able to get to the 8-man and just to be able to put out the same amount of numbers on the field that everybody else was. And it was an adjustment process, though. I didn't understand what to do when I didn't have the 3 extra guys on the field, but it's helped us be able to put 8 good bodies out there and be able to compete.
You guys have now had a little bit more success, it seems like, at the 8-man level. Has that fueled any sort of resurgence and maybe guys showing up for this program? Have your numbers benefited from maybe the drop down?
It's been about the same, really. In fact, right now we only got 14 guys, in the same story of in all the little smaller schools. When doubles are over, probably we'll get a couple more kids to show up. They don't want to put in the extra effort during the running times. But the core group that we have, I mean, like I said, I had 7 upperclassmen that'll start, and I actually have 10 upperclassmen on the roster. And those 10, they were here when we switched over to 8-man, and they're all excited. They all worked hard during the summer. They all lifted weights, begging me to get into the weight room. And they were trying to figure out ways to lift when we weren't supposed to. I mean, they just said, no, you guys got to take a break. I had to make them take breaks during the summer just to kind of recuperate. And so they're excited about their opportunity here.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like that. So it sounds like a lot of excitement to be out there on the field. When you look at it, kind of summarizing what you guys have going on out there this year, what are going to be some of the strengths for the Yoncalla Eagles?
Our running game will still be a strength. And like I said, we got so many kids back that I'm not having to do as much teaching this year about what we need to do. We're running a pretty basic thing of what we did last year, and it helps streamline it, especially with the new rules of no back-to-back days of doubles and all that stuff that we've gone through with OSA this year. It's helped a program that's got experience. If I had a lot of younger kids, I don't know if I'd be struggling right now to get guys on the field and ready for a game. But yeah.
You mentioned that you've got a lot of seniors on this, or upperclassmen, and it sounds like a good section of seniors. Is there any concern in your mind of what might happen after this year with the program? Is that who you might have to step into those spots?
Possibly. Our whole line is all seniors, and our one backup, he's not here yet. He's a basic training. He'll be back this week. He's a senior, and that's going to be our tough question of whether we can replace him or not. All our skill players, except for our quarterbacks, are juniors, so I think we'll be okay that way. It's just finding a line is a big deal.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we wish you guys the best of luck this year, and thanks for taking some time to talk with us.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, no problem.